السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين سيدنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. نواصل سيرة خير الورى سيدنا محمد عليه السلام. Continue the life and biography of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And last time we talked all the way until غزوة بني المصطلق وتعرف أيضا بالمريسيع, the battle of Bani Al-Mustaliq, the people of Al-Mustaliq, and it's also known as Al-Muraysiya. Bani Al-Mustaliq, this tribe or this group of people, فرع من قبيلة خزاعة. It's like a clan from the tribe of Khuza'a. And Khuza'a usually were supporting the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or were allying with the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even though they were non-Muslims. And the society at Arabia at this time was more like trying to have coalitions and groups, people grouping together so they will have strength against enemies. So amongst this coalition was, these tribes were Khuza'a. Khuza'a, we said that most of the clans of them were supporting or in the coalition of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with the exception of Bani Al-Mustaliq, who were allying with the enemy of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with Quraysh. Now the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Muslims, they managed to go through a lot of tests, a lot of battles, a lot of enemies attacked Medina, but alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them victory in most or all of these battles. And now after almost the 6th year after Hijrah, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam started having his own sovereign country or a state, and he is establishing peace, because Islam needs some kind of power to some kind of dawla, you know. That's why we are here. We should not be disconnected from what's going on overseas, because it's all like one body. Baydat al-Islami wahida. It's not like, even communities here, we don't have nothing to do with the next city. No, we are all one group. Yes, we follow the system of the country and everything, but Islam in itself, it needs some kind of state to be fully established, because now we are missing a lot of rules about Islam, because we are not living in an Islamic state, even though many of these are actually, alhamdulillah, available to us, many of these things. Anyway, the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam established the state. He is defending it against all other, enemies and so on. He came to know that this group of Bani Al-Mustaliq are planning to attack Medina. He is not going to wait until they will come all the way to Al-Medina. But he had to check the news. He sent somebody to check on that, Buraidah, and he came to confirm the news that these people are planning to come and attack Muslims in Medina. فأسرع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, يعني يقيم ما يسمى بالضربة الاستباقية الآن. Nowadays we have the drones, we have these kind of technology. We have even deterrence power that you can attack your enemies if you think, or if you have news that they are planning to attack you. All of these are common sense nowadays. He came to know that these people are planning and getting ready to attack Medina. He's not going to wait. He started the next time. He took the initiative and led 700 of the companions, appointed Zayd ibn Haritha to be on Medina, the leader of Medina, until he comes back. And he traveled all the way to these people, Bani Al-Mustaliq, and they were living in a place called Al-Muraysiya. فأغار عليهم, he made a quick raid on them. Some people were killed, and he got some captives as well as some booties of this war. It was either the year of 5th or 6th after Hijrah. Amongst those who were taken as captives was Juwayriyah bint al-Harith. She was a very beautiful lady. When Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw her, he decided to give her the proposal for marriage. She accepted Islam first. Then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam أعتقها. He gave her, her freedom, or emancipates her, and got married to her. And seeing that, all the Muslims now, this is the group of this lady, and she becomes the wife of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That means they are the in-laws of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. فأعتقوا من كان عندهم قيل 100 حوالي 100 من almost like 100 captives were freed on that day. إكراما لهذه المرأة, فقالوا كانت أكرما يعني أبرك النساء على أهلها أو كذا. She was the most lady that was full of blessings for her people, because almost all of her people, even though they lost the war and were taken captives, they were freed because of that. That was quickly this battle, but a couple of incidents happened during this battle that we have to stop by. The first battle was, both of them were actually led or being initiated by the hypocrites. And now hypocrisy or nifaq usually gets bigger and bigger, not when the Muslims are weak. When the Muslims are weak, you know, it's fine. But when the Muslims or Islam started gaining strength, people will try to show that, yes, we are with you, but inside they are actually not. So the first incident is when they were there, one of the Muhajirun, one of the Ansar fought about like who will take the precedence to take water of one of the wells or so. They fought, they pushed each other and fought. Muslims, both of them, but things happen, and even companions, good people. The Muhajiri pushed the Ansari pushed back, and they fought. فصح هذا إلى المهاجرين وصح هذا إلى الأنصار. Everybody called on his own people. Oh Muhajirun, oh Ansar, help me, support me. And they came together, they were almost about to fight. سمع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال أبدعوى الجاهلية وأنا بين أظهركم. You use the call of jahiliyyah, of ignorance, pre-Islamic era, and I'm still amongst you. What is that? You are all Muslims. قال دعوها فإنها منتنة. Leave this. This is rotten. What you are calling is bad. Islam demolished this. فَتَأَلَفُوا وَعَادُوا إِلَى رُشْدِهِمْ جَمِيعًا. They came back and they, it was gone. So things happen. We have, a lot of differences amongst us. Islam unites us. All of these differences, we should not highlight them. We should all be like this one body and this mosaic of Islam coming from Muhajirun, immigrants coming from other countries, people who are here indigenous, people from Arab origin, people who speak whatever language, people who are rich or poor. We all the same in front of Allah. Only Allah can tell the difference subhanahu wa ta'ala based on how much of taqwa you have in your heart. فهذه الفوارق ما يعترف بها الإسلام أبدا. So we have to always remember that we are Muslims. Islam, we have so much more in common that we could have in as far as differences or backgrounds. نعم هذه كانت الحادثة الأولى. والمهاجرون بقى عبد الله بن أبي بن سلول the leader of the المنافقون, the leader of the hypocrites, نجم نجم النفاق وقال كاثرونا ونافرونا وكذا والله ما مثلنا ومثلهم إلا كمن قال سمن كلبك يأكل. They came to us nothing with them, and now they are competing with us, and they are even giving us hard time. This is just the example or the maxim that feed your dog and then it comes back to eat you. That's what he said. And then قال والله لئن رجعنا إلى المدينة ليخرجن الأعز منها الأذل. يشير بالأعز إلى نفسه وبالأذل إلى الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم قاتله الله عليه لعنة الله رأس المنافقين. He said, by Allah, when we come to Medina, the most honored will kick out the humiliated one. By the most honored, he is referring to himself, and by the humiliated one, he is referring to the Prophet ﷺ. One of the true Muslims, he attended this talk as he was talking with his group, and was like not a small group, and he was a true Muslim. He came to tell the Nabi ﷺ about what happened, and the Nabi ﷺ summoned this man, Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. He said, did you say that? فَأَقْسَمَ بِاللَّهِ مَا قَالَ. Halaf, he swore by Allah, he swore that I didn't say that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the entire surah, Surah Al-Munafiqun, and revealed him or uncovered him, and it was known until the day of judgment. فَضَحَاهُ لَيَوْمِ الدِّينِ. When they came in the way back all the way to Al-Madinah, the son of this man, his name was also Abdullah. So Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul and Abdullah ibn Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. The father was the leader of the hypocrites, the son was a true believer. He waited by the borders or by the gate of Medina, and he said, by Allah, you will not get into Medina unless or until Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam give you the permission. حتى تعلم أنك أنت الأذل وأنه هو الأعز. So you know who is the honored and who is the humiliated. That was his son, his own son. وقف على باب المدينة وقال والله لا تدخل حتى يأذن لك رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فتعلم من هو العزيز ومن هو الذليل. فأذن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ما دخل حتى أذن له النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. That was the first incident. The second incident, حادثة الإفك, the slander. On the way back to Al-Madinah, Muslims stopped somewhere, and Sayyidah Aishah, the only way for anybody to go to use bathroom at this time is to go far away in the desert. And since it was like open area, you have to go as far as possible. So you find like a private place. فخرجت السيدة عائشة, she went to like use the bathroom or do something, and she went far away, all the way like nobody can see her. And she came back. When she came back, she was trying to check on her necklace. She looks like she lost her necklace. So she had to go all the way back to the place that she went to searching for her necklace. She kept doing that for some time. When she came back, she found out that they left, the group left, the caravan left already. What happened is they used to carry the lady in a howdaj, which is like whatever you call it, this box on the back of the camel. It's like a tent, a little tent that they put it in the back of the camel. So she was there, like this was like a private room or something, and the people came, they were a group of people, so they cannot tell a big difference between, and she was already like light, she was not, at this time she was like a little slim as far as the body. They carried this tent or this box and put it on the back of the camel, thinking that she is in there, and they moved. When she came, she found out that the people already left. So she stayed there, and she said, they will miss me and they will come back to take me. At this time, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to appoint somebody to be like way behind them, way behind the caravan, so if somebody dropped something or if something is lost or something, he will bring all of that in the way. That was Safwan ibn Abi al-Mu'attal, and he came in his way, he found Sayyidah Aishah, he saw somebody like looks like sleeping, and when he got closer, before that, nazalat ayat al-hijab. Ayat al-hijab, specifically for the mothers of the believer, that they have to, hijab for them was complete niqab, to even cover the face, and not to talk to people except from behind a barrier. That was specifically for Ummahat al-Mu'mineen, the wives of the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So he saw her, and he recognized her because he used to see her before the revelation of Ayat al-Hijab. وقال يعني زوج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. That was the only word. He said the wife of the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he got his camel, and he make him to sit down, and then he make her ride on the camel, and he took the camel by this line, and he was leading her all the way until they reach, almost by Dhuhr time, they reach the caravan. Seeing this, that was, the thing that the munafiqun needed to start waving a big story. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul started, talking to his people. Oh yeah, they probably have done something. They were alone and so on. They talk about it, and rumors began. When they came to Al-Madinah, he started talking about this and spreading it amongst Muslims. They were left in the back, and he came. They were alone in the desert, and they were starting talking about يخوضون في عرض النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. This is the sharaf, or the honor of the Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم, the family of the Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم. She didn't know nothing about that. When she came back, she was sick for almost like a month. For a month later, she was sick, not knowing what's going on in Medina. And almost everybody in Medina, they know what's going on. It was a big rumor, and we know rumors how fast they can spread amongst good and bad people. And it's everywhere in Medina. Everybody's talking about it. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to know about it, but he cannot take any action. He doesn't know. The only thing is she recognized that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was very nice with his wives, nice with everybody, but more so when she was sick. She recognized that he is not as nice as he used to be. He used to come to her and just ask about her, وَيَقُولْ كَيْفَ تِيكُمْ, how things are going, how do you feel, that's it. Not talking like as nice and as soft as he used to do. That was the only difference. But she didn't know nothing. Until like almost a month later, she was going out with one of the ladies, the mother of Mistah, فَعَثُرَت, she trembled about, almost fell down. فَقَالَتْ تَعِثَ مِصْطَحْ, she was kind of like making dua against her son. That was like the norm of this time. May my son be perished or something. She said, how could you say that about Mistah, even though he was one of the true Muslims, true believers, and he was Badri, he witnessed Badr. This is like, how would you do that? She said, you didn't know? Because her son was one of those, he was involved in this rumor, and he was talking with those who were involved in that. Some people were still not involved in this rumor, but a few people were known that they were part of it. This was one of them. She said, what are you talking about? She said, yeah, you don't know nothing about this? It has been going on for the last month. She started, crying. She came back and just asked permission from Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to go back to her family. She started thinking, oh yeah, that's why he was not as nice to me. And she went to her dad's house, and she was there, crying and you know, continuously for 2 days, for almost 2 days, 2.5 days. And you know, what makes it even harder for her that it has been going on for a month and I don't know nothing about this and people are talking about me, and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is like, you look like you believe it or something. And she's talking to her father and mother, Abu Bakr, and his mother, looks like believing it. And then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came to talk to her, and he said to her, يعني إن كنتِ, if you are innocent, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will definitely reveal it to say that you are innocent. وإن كنتِ ألممتِ بذنب فاستغفر الله. But if you commit any sin or anything, ask forgiveness from Allah. فإنه whoever confesses his sin, whoever repents, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts the repentance. She said, by Allah, in front of, you know, her husband, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and her family, by Allah, it looks like استقر الأمر في أنفسكم. It looks like you lean towards accepting this. That's what I see in your faces. And if I say I'm innocent, you would not believe me. If I say something, you know, that I did something, you would definitely believe me. ما مثلي ومثلكم إلا كأبي يعقوب فصبر جميل والله المستعان على ما تصفون. The example of me and you right now, just like the example of the father of Yusuf, Abu Yusuf, the father of Yusuf, meaning Sayyidina Yaqub, when Allah said in the Quran, فصبر جميل. I just be patient, the good patience, والله المستعان. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one to be sought for help, for assistance, على ما تصفون, against what you are saying. Just right after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam 10 ayat from Surah An-Nur. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ جَاءُوا بِالْإِفْكِ عُصْبَةٌ مِّنكُمْ لَا تَحْسَبُوهُ شَرًّا لَكُمْ بَلْ هُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. Revealing the ayat, the next 10 ayat after that from Surah An-Nur. Indeed, those who brought this slander, this ifk, made up all of this, عُصْبة, a group of you, don't think it's bad for you, it's good for you. And then Allah revealed that, you know, so many ayat saying, like, you do not تحسبونه هينا وهو عند الله عظيم. You think it's easy to talk like this, and it's great. Sometimes we talk about each other, we think it's easy. You know what people are saying, they're talking about him like this, they're saying that. You think it's easy, it's not easy. You don't want to be involved in something that you do not know. فَبَرَّأَهَا اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. And in the meantime, Ali radiallahu anhu was amongst the group. He was not talking or anything, but he said, Ya Rasulullah, he saw Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam like sad. And it's really hard. Everybody's talking about the honor of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he was sad, not knowing what to do. Then Ali قال يا رسول النساء سواها كثير. It's just like a lady. And you have so many ladies other than this. Divorce her. He didn't say divorce her, but he means like, you don't be sad about anything like this. That's why Sayyidah Aishah, for the rest of her life, she was not feeling, like 100% good to Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu. But other people like Usama and other people said, لا يا رسول الله إنما هي كالتبر. This is like a pure piece of gold that you have, and so on. فيعني برأها الله عز وجل. سبحان الله والشيعة إلى يومنا هذا قبحهم الله ولعنهم الله يطعنون في عرض النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وشرفه ويخالفون القرآن. Until nowadays, groups, majority of Shia, they believe, they يلعنون السيدة عائشة في خطوبها. They curse Sayyida Aisha and they still believe ويطعنون إنما يطعنون في شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Those people, even المنافقون, the hypocrites, they didn't mean to put Aisha down. Aisha is nothing for them. لكن هي أم المؤمنين. إنما كان هدفهم يعني شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. They wanted to shatter this role model, Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم. They wanted to, break him down. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, revealed the bara'ah of the innocence. ونزل حد القذف, the punishment for qadf or for slander, which is like if somebody talks about a lady without having 4 witnesses, talking about accusing somebody of sexual intercourse, ladies, not men. Ladies in specific, القذف يقذفون, يجلدون, يحدون. 80 slaps, 80 جلد. أنزل الله عز وجل في سورة النور. فحد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من تكلم في ذلك. كان منهم الناس من الصادقين. Some of these people who talk about these rumors and like they were involved in it were true people. But subhanallah, this happened to everybody. كان منهم حسان بن ثابت فجلده النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فحده. وكان منهم مصطح هذا. This مصطح, subhanallah, he was Abu Bakr, the father of the Sayyidah Aisha. Because he was well-to-do, he was taking care of him, spending on him. Because they were family members, he was giving him like a salary every month, taking care of. They were very poor, but he was talking about Aisha, this way. Then after that, حلف بالله, he said, by Allah, I'm not going to spend nothing, not a penny on this man anymore. But later on, Allah revealed the ayah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, ولا يأتل أولو الفضل منكم والسعة أن يؤتوا أولي القربى والمساكين وابن السبيل إلى أن قال ألا تحبون أن يغفر الله لكم. Don't you like, يعني, let not the people of the grace, the people of bounty, the generous people, not withdraw, not stop spending. Don't you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive you? He said, قال بلى إني أحب أن يغفر. He said, yes, indeed, I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive me, and he continued to spend on him, subhanAllah, to give him what he used to give him after that. And Nabi Sallallahu didn't want to punish the munafiqun who started all of that. He left them for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment, because punishment, or had the prescribed punishment, whoever makes a crime and then he received the punishment prescribed by Islam, that would be like wipe out this sin for him. But he didn't want this to happen to that person. فتركه إلى الله عز وجل, يعني عقوبته عند الله تبارك وتعالى. طيب حتى لا نطيل نقف هنا ونكمل إن شاء الله. We continue next time. جزاكم الله خيرا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه.